Hi dears, in this video we are going to see class 8 Ncert chapter 6 human resources. Actually in chapter 1 we started with resources and we studied what are the types of resources: natural resource, human made resource and human resource. And to convert a raw material into a substance, definitely we need a human, right? So we are going to study about this human resource in this chapter. Actually, human resource is an ultimate resource. We cannot compare with any other resources. And the people with demands and abilities, it turn that resources into a product or substance. And we should be healthy, and we should be educated, we should be skilled, and we should be motivated to convert that particular resources into a substance. For example, in previous days, see here, the abacus, it is converted now, we are converted into the smartphone with the help of human knowledge and human education. And the candle, lamp, then now we are having different types of lamps, right? CFL, many different types of lamps. So see here, the tire, first it is made in wood, now how it is modernized. So everything happened due to the only the help of human beings. So people are the greatest resource of each and every nation. So that in that variety, we are very gifted nation. Our Indians, we are having more and more skill and we are educated and our health is very nice to make this, convert this resources into the product. So in India is a gifted nation to have a very good human resource. And the Ministry of Human Resource Development, it was created in 1985 to create more and more skilled workers and laborers to produce different types of outputs, different types of products. Our country, they have introduced this human resource development. Human resource development, that is to improve the skills of humans. That is called as human resource development. Okay, what are the requirements for the humans to become as a resource? Actually, today's children, they are the tomorrow's peoples of nation. So, education is very important, right? So, from education, we can study lot of things. And our health is also very important. Without health, we cannot do anything. And the students or children should be completely motivated in each and every part of their life. And the standard facilities for them, food, shelter, everything is required for them to become a resource. These are the requirements for humans to become as a resource: education, health, motivation and the standard facilities. And we are going to study some facts on population. Almost 3/4 of the world population, they are living in 2 continents only, that is Asia and Africa. Actually, you already know how many percentage of land is there in the earth and how many percentage of water is there in the earth. Yes, water covers 70% and land covers 30%. In this 30% of the land only, 90% of the population they are living. And also particularly in 2 continents, that is Asia and Africa, only 3/4 of the population, world population, they are living. And 60% of the world population, they are staying in 10 countries only. What are the 10 countries? India, China, Japan, USA, Indonesia, Brazil, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Russia and Nigeria. And China is the population number 1 country and India is the population number 2 country. You already very well know about this. And we are going to study about density of population. What does mean by density of population? Average persons living per square kilometer. In the particular square kilometer, how many people they are living averagely, that is called as density of population. Persons live in particular square kilometer, that is called as average density of population. In India, per square kilometer, 324 persons are living average. And in the world wide, it is 45% they are living in per square kilometer. And particularly in Central Asia have the high density of population, and it is followed by East and Southeast Asia. Actually in Asia only the density of population is more, that is in small place more number of people they are living, that is called as density of population. And why the peoples are crowded in particular places and in some places the peoples are not crowded. For example, thickly populated areas like Chennai, Bangalore, Pune, etc. And sparsely populated areas in some villages. So the peoples are living very low. Why? Why they are staying? What are the reasons? So we are going to see the factors affecting distribution of population. First factor is topography. We already know the topography of Earth. We are having plenty and plenty of topographies like plains, mountains, plateaus, etc. Many peoples used to live in plains, not in mountains. So every peoples prefer to live in plains rather than in mountains or plateaus. And second factor is soil. Every peoples, they used to live near fertile soil. If they are staying near the fertile soil, the agriculture will be very nice and they will give plenty of water, and they will get more and more amount of crops. So every peoples used to live near fertile soils. And third one is minerals. Actually peoples live near minerally, if the mineral deposit more in that place, many peoples are populated in that place. For example, we can get many laborers in South Africa for diamond mines, right? So the peoples, for their employment, they are choosing this minerally deposited places. And water. So we everyone know, if you are getting plenty of water, we used to live in that places. So people prefer to live near freshwater supplies. Okay. And climate. Actually people won't prefer very cold climate like Jammu and Kashmir or very hot climate like Sahara Desert. People like to live in average temperature places like it will be hot and cold mixed average climate places like Chennai, Bangalore, etc. So these are the geographical factors, that is topography. People live near plains, soil. People live in near fertile soils. Minerals. People usually live near minerally deposited areas, and people usually live near plenty of freshwater supply. And the average people also like to live near average climate areas. First factor is geographical factor. In geographical factor, we gone through 5: water, climate, mineral, topography, and soil. And the second factor is social factor. That is, every people's, why they are staying in Chennai? Because housing. Every people's want their standard life. That is, they want to stay in a metropolitan city. That is good housing, education, health facilities, everything they need. So for example, Pune. Here we can get good education, housing, health facilities, and also it is densely populated area. For example, you can give Chennai, Bangalore, and many things like this. And the third factor is cultural factor. That is, it is important for cultural significance. The peoples, the old peoples, particularly the old peoples, they are attracted towards this religion and culturally important places. For Hindus, Varanasi and Jerusalem and Vatican City are the many places that is important, that give importance for religion and cultural factors. And the third one is economical factor. This is a very important factor for young ones, because after finishing your studies, everyone want to get a good job, right? So if you want to get a good job, you want to in a right place. So if you are staying in a village, if you want to work in IT, whether it is possible? No. So you want to stay in the particular places like Chennai, Bangalore, or something else to work. So that is a best employment opportunity area. So the peoples are attracted towards that. For example, why actually in the very less area district in Tamil Nadu, it is Chennai. But the people crowded more, it is also Chennai. Why? It is a very less area. But why the people are crowded more? Because due to this job opportunities, it is more in Chennai. So only the peoples are crowded more. For example, I have given this. And also in Japan, Osaka, and in India, they have given us Mumbai. These are the two densely populated area. That is due to their employment opportunities, it is attracted more. And the important terms we are going to study is, that is birth rate, death rate, natural growth, migration, immigration, and emigration. Right? What does mean by birth rate? In thousands of peoples, how many peoples are birthed today? That is called as birth rate. Number of peoples give birth per 1,000 peoples. That is called as birth rate. If we are having 1,000 peoples, today if 3 children are born, then the 3 children, it is the birth rate. And number of people's death per 1,000 people. For 1,000 peoples, if the 2 peoples died, so The 2, it is a death rate. And the difference between this birth rate and death rate, how many children are born today? 3. How many people's death today? 2. 3 minus 2, that is natural growth rate. The difference between the birth rate and death rate, that is called as natural growth rate. And migration means nothing. The peoples move from place to place. The movement of peoples from one area to another area, that is called as migration. And what is meant by immigration and emigration? Immigration means when a people enter a new country, he is called as immigrant. If the people leave the particular country, he is called as immigrant. Right? Immigration, emigration. When the people enter a new country, for example, if I am an Indian, I am going to USA, I am the immigrant to that particular country, and I am the immigrant to India. So immigration means entering a new country. Emigration means leaving our own country. Population composition. What is meant by population composition? This is the structure of population. This population composition will allows you to know about how many, for example, if you take a school, how many girl children are studying, how many boy children are studying. That is number of males and females. And what are the age groups in the particular village? If you are taking example as a village, how many women are there? How many men are there? How many children are there? How many youngsters are there? How many middle agers are there? How many old age people are there? And how many people are educated in the particular area? How many people are having some jobs? And what are the income levels of particular people? And what is the health conditions of each and every people? So these are the things it is helpful for us to know from this population composition. And both in Bangladesh and Japan, these are densely populated area, but Japan is economically best, but Bangladesh is economically very low. An interesting way of studying this population composition, we are using population pyramid. It is also called as age 6 pyramid. Population pyramid. The way to study this population composition, we are using population pyramid. This is also called as age 6 pyramid. That is in x-axis, you can take this x-axis. Here you can see the number of populations, and in the y-axis we can see age group. And the blue color refers to the males, and that orange color it refers to females. And also it shows you different age groups like 0 to 4, 5 to 9, 0 to 14, like that we can see the different age groups. And we can also divide that column into male and female, and each and every group, every percentage, it is divided into male and female. We can see the shape of the pyramid, right? That shape of the pyramid only will tells you the story about the particular country. The shape of the pyramid will tell you about the story of the particular country. How many children are below 15? They are called as young dependents. And how many people are above 60? Above 65, they are called as elder dependent. Here you can see the population pyramid of Kenya. That is the number of children below 15, it is shown in the bottom, right? That reflects the level of birth. 0 to 15, that reflects the level of birth. And above 65, it reflects the number of death. So you can see the two blue lines. The bottom blue line show you the number of birth, level of birth, and the above blue line it will show you the number of death. And the ages from 0 to 15, they cannot earn anything, they don't have any job or something else, so they are called as young dependents. They completely depend upon parents. And the elder dependent, above 65, they are aged, they are healthy, they will have some health problem, and they cannot have some job, so they dependent on their children, so they are called as elderly dependent. So the age from 0 to 15, they are called as independent, and the age groups from above 65, they are called as elderly dependent. And the population pyramid of this country, which shows the birth rate and death rate, both are high. That is the border, so the bottom the base is very broad, and it is going on narrowly, it is going on very narrow. So it says that many children, they have died in the infancy without becoming adults. So only we can see many children, that is the bottom level is very broad and the top level is very wide, narrow. It shows that many children may died in infancy due to some problems without they are becoming some adults. And this is the population pyramid of Kenya. The base is very broad and the top is very narrow. Actually, this is the population pyramid of India. Here you can see the same level of youngsters, that is children and youngsters. So here we can notice that many children, they are not died and they have become as adults and they have surveyed in the young age. So only we are having strong laborers and skilled peoples. Many children, they are becoming adults without dying. So only we can have this pyramid like this. So only our India is strong in the actually you can say that the nation is in the young people's hand. So every children, they are becoming young and adult. So we are having the skilled laborers and workers due to this particular population pyramid. It is in the same shape. It is not very broad or not very narrow. It is going on slightly decreasing in each and every level, you can see. So only we are having the good laborers, good human resource in our country. Here you can see the population pyramid of Japan. You can see that the birth rate is in the bottom level 0 to 15, it is very narrow, and after that it is becoming wider. That means a decreased death rate. Death rate is very low and very skilled and hopeful young peoples are there. So only Japan, it is also a developed nation. Yes, the chapter is over. Here I am going to revise what and all we have studied. What are the topics? What is meant by a human resource, and what is the population density of each and every places, and how the population is distributed worldwide, which continent and which country it is thickly populated, and what are the factors affecting the distribution of population, birth rate, death rate, natural growth rate, migration, immigration, emigration, and the population change, population composition. We have studied this population composition with the help of population pyramid. We have gone through about 3 different countries pyramid. There is Kenya, India and Japan. And we shall meet in the next chapter, dears. Thank you.